So what do you think of this move? Patagonia founder Yvon Chouinard is giving away the company to a trust, to help fight the climate crisis, instead of selling or taking the company public. So what do we think of this move? And will this encourage other billionaires?
Listen, it is so, the reason why we're talking about it is because it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I think we've talked on the show before, is there such a thing as an ethical billionaire? And I'm gonna tell you what he has to say about this, Monsieur Chouinard. He says something very radical that I caught in the New York Times piece about him. He said, quote, "I don't respect the stock market at all. Once you're public, you've lost control over the company and you have to maximize profits for the shareholder, and then you become one of those irresponsible companies. Quote, every billionaire is a policy failure."
Wow, that is a powerful
I mean, if you think about it, people call him the reluctant billionaire. He never wanted a company. He didn't want all this money. And there's one thing to say it, and then there's another thing when you actually start to, like, you know, have this money, and then you go, oh, maybe I changed my mind.
Yeah, no kidding.
He hasn't changed his mind in 50 years. And not only has he not changed his mind, his two older children, who are both in their 40s, have also said the same thing. What kids of billionaires do you hear trotting around going, you know what, I don't want a dime? They're all like, gimme, 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 gimme my inheritance. So something has gone right, and I don't know how you clone this man, but he is really outing all these, basically he's proving us right, which is there is no such thing as an ethical billionaire, according to him.
And he's been political for so long.
I need my notes back.
Okay. I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was in 2020, everyone thought it was a hoax, but on the backside of Patagonia clothing tags on the inside, it was stitched in, "Vote the a-holes out." Like a little message, and he said it wasn't necessarily directed, their spokespeople said it wasn't necessarily directed at Trump, but any politician who just denies science in terms of that climate change is real and that it's happening and that we need to stop it. So they did that, and they have donated so much of their money since the company has been in business. I'm just blown away by this guy and this business, and it makes me want to buy.
Same.
Yes, same.
He actively encourages, and the company actively encourages people not to buy too much. One year they had a campaign that said, like, please don't buy this jacket. Reuse the clothes you already have. And because their clothing is made so well, which is why it's a little pricier maybe, and it has a lifetime warranty. It's just incredible.
It's an incredible business model, and it's an incredibly inspiring story. The question, though, I think you started off with, will other companies do the same?
You're so funny.
Do you guys think other companies, like, are we going to see this en masse?
I want to be excited right now and think that they will.
I know.
Like, who are some of them? Jeff Bezos, maybe?
I don't know. I think what we see more and more is this, what's even slipperier is this kind of greenwashing where companies claim that they're doing all kinds of ethical things, particularly in the environmental realm, and in fact they're doing, you know, either nothing or just the opposite. And I think that we should really be, this is where it becomes a dilemma too, because I remember years and years ago saying to a financial advisor, like, I don't know if I feel like good about stocks and stock markets. Are we perpetuating this kind of a thing, like getting involved in this company's ethics? And he's like, well, I don't even understand what you're saying. It was like, does not compute, don't understand. But the question is like, are we all complicit? What can we do as consumers to start making sure? Because if we're in bed and we benefit from the stock market in some way, if any of us are investing, then we are.
If anyone has a retirement fund, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We're complicit in this system, and it's sort of like it's what makes the world go round the way it is currently. I don't know what the answer is, but I hope more companies do this because for exactly the reason you do. I want to shop there now.
Yeah.
Right?
Spend the money there.
Yeah. Quickly, I wanted to say about that, the stock market thing. When the founder, Mr. Chouinard, said, in the stock market and when you have shareholders, the motivation is success. For him, the motivation is saving the planet. Otherwise, all this business doesn't mean anything.
And he's correct.
Yeah.
He is correct.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.